Good evening, good morning, afternoon, depending on where you are watching from. You are watching live and direct on Enter Biafra Channel 1. You are watching live and direct on Enter Biafra live streaming app. You are watching live and direct on Enter Biafra YouTube channel. You are watching live and direct on Twitch. You watch live and direct on other social media platforms in Facebook. According to how the Spirit leads, the Facebook live streaming may go off any moment from now. But before that is done, before Facebook will go off, I will do some certain things and I will say certain things before we switch over to all Enter Biafra platform. This evening is what I call the redemption broadcast, the redemption of IPOB, the redemption of the movement broadcast. This evening, I will dare to say the problem of IPOB started from Finland and it is going to end in Finland. I have come today to surprise a lot of people. Come to surprise a lot of people. I have come for the best interest of Mazi so that when he comes out, know that somebody have actually done some part of the things he wanted to do before he was kidnapped. Before I start this broadcast, which is going to be very, I don't know if it is going to be a historic broadcast, I will do something. If you do not know, let me make it very clear. When the dragon flag is, I have no special dealing with Mazi. Before the planning, ESN, I have no special dealings with Mazi. Before Mazi, the great leader, ever thought of raising a flag called the dragon flag, it's not direct contact with me. Let it be seen as a coincidence because I represent dragon. It's not from me. The dragon flag that was raised. I want some of you to ask yourself a question. Is that a coincidence? I have nothing to do. I don't know when ESN was formed. I don't know how ESN was formed. I do not know who come about the dragon flag. I don't know how the dragon flag came into existence. I do not know what our leader, Mazi was thinking about the dragon flag. But let me say today for the very first time, I represent dragon. And everything I'm going to do here today is going to be by the truth, standing on the truth and diligence. I don't make noise. But when I want to make noise, I make very good and very loud one. So I'm going to do something before I start this program. Let me also make it very clear. My name's Simon. You can also call me ESN. When that came to public, They thought I was joking. They thought I deliberately add the name. Some people even say they want to take legal action against fundraising and all that. And I don't know whether legal action is being taken on social media. If anybody want to take legal action against anybody, you know where to go, you know how to go about it. If you don't know how to take legal action against anybody, you seek legal advice or somebody to advise you. Today, I'm going to do something which I have done before, but it is going to be on a different way. I am not a surgery person. Not a surgery. But everything I'm going to say here today to be truth. I will not say anything that I am not sure of. Don't do surgery. What I am taking is coming directly from the head of dragon. I want you people to ask yourself a question. The spirit. Biafra is a spirit. If you believe that Biafra is a spirit, you know that everything happening now is designed by God in the spirit. I joined this struggle in 2019. So some people can say I am a COVID-19 agitator. But another lie is that COVID-19 did not start in 2019. The lockdown for COVID-19 did not start in 2019. It started in 2020, March. And I joined in August, either August or September 2019. The records are there. So when I tell you COVID-19, tell them it's a lie. So I want to tell you today, I represent Dragon. God, Jesus Christ, one that give power to everybody. Those who say they have people in Finland, we are going to see those people you have in Finland today. Before I switch over, and by the way, we already have 8,000 viewers at this point. 17 minutes, we have 8,000 viewers in all platforms. Before I switch the Facebook off, for those of you watching from Facebook, the problem of IPOB started from a man called Chinasa. I'm going to tell you how Chinasa was one of the people instigated the disunity, the division, destroying Mazi movement today. The person is Chika, Edoziem. There may be other people, but I want to tell you that the members of the DOS, how they have destroyed the movement or they cannot destroy the movement, cannot destroy it, but how they are trying to destroy the movement for the reason best known to them. So they have called my name enough on Radio Biafra. Today, I'm going to address it for once and for all. And this is going to be either the last time. And I will always come when needed to address it and address them. They have called my name for 5 good months on Radio Biafra. My name on social media for 5 good months on Radio Biafra and all their platforms. And today, choosing to be the redemption of IPOB. What you don't know is bigger than you. I have been able to give you 2 instances, but Biafra is a spirit. I represent Dragon, and Mazi chose Dragon flag. I don't know, but whoever that were involved in the dragon flag in Africa, in Biafra land, should know that there is a spirit behind it. Okay? It is a spirit. Because I was never involved in raising dragon flag. So everything is spiritually connected. Only Mazi knows the reason why he ordered me to broadcast on Radio Biafra, which they disagreed, violated with impunity. I have given you a new chapter today. Call me the dragon. Welcome, Melonquado. Those of you watching from Facebook, we are going to switch over. We have 9,000 people watching already. We're going to switch over to enter Biafra. And of course, I know a lot of people be streaming this thing live on the platform. So, on the other side of this particular broadcast today,
Tuesday deal, 11 tenders, 6,95 €, tous les mardis. KFC.
let me also be very clear that this is the 6th month. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were kidnapped. He was kidnapped. Today is exactly 6 months, if I'm not mistaken. It is the 6th month Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. To try as much as possible to hold my emotion. I have seen it all. Seen it all in IPOB. Try much as possible to hold my emotion, so I don't break down. What you see going on today is a deliberate sabotage, a deliberate attempt to kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and it is coming from the highest rank of the IPOB. I want to tell Biafrans is happening today is a deliberate sabotage, hatred against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and it is coming from the leadership of IPOB. And after today, we will continue to agitate to push for release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I said that the problem of IPOB come from Finland. 99% the problem of IPOB today came from Finland. After the abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was abducted. The actions, the body language and activities of some people in DOS suggest they're already prepared for what they are doing today. I'm going to give you people a story. What I'm going to do today is going to be historic. The story begins. When we hear the abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it was a shock. It was a shock to everybody. It was a shock to everybody. And that news broke, people were sending me a message. If this is true, a lady called Chinwe sent me a message. If this is true, I said it can't be true. It happened that it was true. The next day of that particular announcement, some group of people called me from the United States, telling me they need me on their side. Me on their side. That telephone call lasted for 5 hours. From 12 midnight in my time to 5 a.m. in my time. It was a conference call. The people that called me, Obuehi was part of it. I don't know who he is. Obuehi was part of those who called me. Chinwe was part of those who called me. Asked question, pertinent question. I was worried about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I asked them, who know about the movement of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? This has to be public, for record's sake. Who know about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Who know he was in Kenya? I asked the name two persons, whether of their own group. They answered me yes. I asked whether Nene Anya is part of their group. They told me yes. I asked them, people are in this telephone call. They told me everybody who were in this call. Why I'm doing this is that these people I am mentioning today are all quiet. These are the people that are in charge of the Lazen account. They told me I must not work with Madam Oyibo. Once they get me on their side, Oyibo is gone. told me how they introduced Madam Oyibo to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. How Madam Oyibo have overshadowed them and they are not happy. Is exactly the word for way. So this made me to start thinking, why should somebody call me? Why should people organize themselves and want to get me on their side? However, I have been in this movement for a while. That call lasted for 5 hours. What I was looking for didn't come. I was asking pertinent question, know about the abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they were not interested in hearing that. They were only interested in getting me on their side. That was when I knew that is going to be a very big problem coming. And after that telephone call, I cried. I started asking myself, how did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu manage this far? A group like this. I tell this to nobody. Even some people that have been affected by this particular telephone conversation will be surprised. I refused. At a point, I started advising them, telling them the reason why I was not about who to sabotage and who not to sabotage. Then they were not interested anymore in continuing the conversation. I told them to go and find out whether Secretary to our leader is aware that Onyendu was in Kenya. That was the question that I asked them. I asked them until they get that information, I will not be ready to do anything contrary to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been doing. So the call ended. Now, the first directive came from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from the DSS dungeon. A slot should be given to me to broadcast on Radio Biafra. I came and I asked the people that brought the message, should I make this public? Considering the fact, before the abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I have no contact and no dealing with any member of DOS. So the message that I should broadcast on Radio Biafra came to me directly. The message go to Chika, Edoziem, and his group. And I asked question, should I go and post this thing on my wall? Make it public. Because I do not even see anything special in giving me a slot to broadcast on Radio Biafra. Yes, I can go ahead and announce it. I went to my page, I announced it, that I have been given a slot on Radio Biafra with immediate effect. The post is still there. Okay? And at the same time, I also made a broadcast where I prayed for 1,000 men wisdom. The broadcast is still there. And as I was making this broadcast, DOS, Amoru, a group of DOS discussing how to bring Simon Ekpa down. In fact, it is like already a planned deal that immediately Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is abducted, the person they have to fight is Simon Ekpa. And I have now gathered enough evidence that actually it is what has been planned long time. We already have 13,000 viewers. 13,000 people are watching live and direct in 34 minutes. Because I know everybody is interested to hear this particular broadcast. Immediately, I started discussing about the post I made, which says that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has ordered me to broadcast on Radio Biafra with immediate effect. And that particular post I made is still today in my page. You can go and check yourself the post I made. Not say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu asked me to take over IPOB. They did not say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu asked me to take over Radio Biafra. Not say anything apart from what I have posted. But Chinasa with his group within the DOS, caused and planned how to twist what I posted. Those particular planning, I also have it at my own disposal. Everything they planned from that time, I have it. So when they come to tell you that somebody is giving me information, they say somebody is giving me information. The person the claim was giving me information was Marewa. I have never spoken with Madam Marewa. Madam Marewa have not given me any information. I have never spoken with her till today. But I got the information. So I have not been speaking with, I have never spoken with Madam Marewa. Information is coming from her, it's not my business. But I got the information of how the DOS single-handedly planned the attack on me. Messages, I still have them today. Kept quiet. I did not react. I did not behave as if anything was going on. DOS was planning attack on me and actually unleashed the attack on me on social media. Ask them what crime I have committed to warrant the attack on me. There is no crime at all. The problem is that Chinasa Caroline Okorafo, trust me, he hates me. And I asked Caroline Okorafo, why would Chinasa hate me? Because of power. She said, because of power. I said, power, I am not interested in the leadership of IPOB. Why should Chinasa hate me because of power? So which means Chinasa before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was abducted, already have planned against me because he see that I am now working directly with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and he is not happy with it. Of course, a lot of them in the DOS, so he is the spokesperson of all the people that hate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because of some decisions he takes. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu take decisions, bringing people he feel are truthful, are genuine, and have something to offer. So they gang up against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in DOS. Immediately he was abducted, they ganged up against me in particular. After this thing happened, and I posted about broadcasting on Radio Biafra, of the that called me and asked me, what is going on? You are not broadcasting on Radio Biafra. Have anybody contacted me? I said, Nobody has contacted me. He said, well, hold on. He put a call through to Chinasa. I've never spoken with Chinasa. I don't know who the hell he is. It was the first day and the first time I spoke with Chinasa. The ESL commander connected me and him. Whatever I am saying today is something that if it is public, it does not destroy anything. This information, because before I come out to do this today, I have secretly assessed every word I'm going to say here. I have also spiritually scanned every word I'm going to say here today, and there is nothing I'm going to review here today that is going to be a problem to this movement and to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Everybody should relax. I am not a fool. The commander of ESM put a call through to Chinasa, and Chinasa answered the call and said, the man said, Simon Ekpa is on the phone. Why have he not been the slot to broadcast on Radio Biafra? Chinasa started shouting on me. He started shouting, who do you know? Who do you think you are? Why should you go and make a post? Why should you go and post that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave you a platform to broadcast on Radio Biafra? Do you know the thing you need to do? Do you know the code of conduct? Do you know this? First of all, you are not IPOB member. You are answering Mazi Nnamdi Kanu disciple. You cannot accept that. Of course, you have the right to answer whatever you know. He started bashing me because it is already something that he has planned for many months. It was not just about the abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So he knows that one day Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not be there, and he's going to deal with anybody that he has brought close to himself. This man, Chinasa, shout at me. And while he was shouting at me, in the same phone, one of the commander of ESM was on the phone. Was the one who put that call. Chinasa shout and shout and shout. That's shouting. I told him, Moro, I have not spoken with you before. This is the first time. No, somebody told me that you hate me a lot. And I didn't believe it until today. So what you just did here now shows that you hate me. And I believe that what that person said. He asked me, who was the person that told me that he hates me? The secretary to our leader told me you hate me. And then he said, oh, is that kind of person you are listening to? Is that the person you are listening? I said, but you just prove it to me now. Now, what have I done to you that requires all the shouting and everything that I'm receiving super chat on my platform, and I have to hand over my platform as a condition to broadcast on Radio Biafra? The ESM commander, nice and very good person, was surprised and asked, why should I hand over my platform to broadcast on Radio Biafra? That was the first time I heard of handing over my platform, because I am collecting super chat. All right. So that particular telephone lasted for a while. The information that came from Chinasa was not very good enough with the person that connected me and him. We agreed that we are going to have a meeting with the DOS, another member. Of course, I already know there is no other way to go about it. Before we had meeting with the DOS, like they have all these things I'm saying now, they have come to say it on Radio Biafra, especially the meeting with the DOS. Chika, Edoziem, that's where he lied against me that I said they should hand me over to Radio Biafra. They should hand over Radio Biafra to me. Before I had the meeting with the DOS, of which Chinasa was part of it, the DOS, the people that participated in the meeting, did not know Chinasa already bashed me ahead of that meeting. So I came to that meeting prepared because I already know what they planned and what they wanted to do in that meeting. I came to the meeting very prepared. Not give them any opportunity to bash at me. At a point, Chinasa started shouting in that meeting. When I told Chika Edoziem, I said, it is time for you to rise up and take responsibility and prove your leadership skills and quality. Chinasa intercepted that particular and interjected immediately. Why would Simon Ekpa be here insulting the DOS that we should rise up and take responsibility? I cannot be part of a program like this. I cannot be part of a meeting like this where Simon Ekpa will be insulting the DOS and all that. He started shouting again. After shouting, he cut the phone and left that meeting. Chinasa I say, only asking Chika Edoziem to live up to expectation because Mazi cannot have lived, gave him this light. Let him not allow the light to die inside his hand. Chinasa got so pissed. He left the meeting and somebody added him back to that meeting after shouting at me and left. So what they don't know was that before we had that meeting, Chinasa has already bashed me and have given me a clue of what they were planning to do. So I did not give nobody, I didn't give any of them any chance to, ride on me, and I stood on my ground. I will not hand over my platform. And if that is signing the code of conduct, they should not send any code of conduct to me. Because the code of conduct is to hand over my platform to them. And I have asked all the people that are highly placed in IPOB demanding them to ask the DOS to send the so-called code of conduct because there is nothing like that in existence. That is by the way. Now, having given you the background has happened, I want to now go into the problem, where the problem comes from. You remember I have been mentioning Chinasa, right? I tell you Chika Edoziem because Nigeria cannot have problem, and then you say Buhari is innocent. So, in Finland, they planted the coordinator called Antonio Bassi. Antonio Bassi, some of you may have watched a lot of video where they were going from one platform to another, calling me criminals, calling me all manner of names, blackmailing me. All of you have gone to, you probably must have watched videos, that I collect money to help somebody for immigration and the person was deported and all manner of story. And the Antonio Bassi himself, I have also listened to where he has been in one of those, including in Radio Biafra. He has been blackmailing me from one platform to another. I want to also make a record, say something for the record purpose today. That when Chinasa when Onyendu was abducted, somebody called Chinasa or Radio Biafra. Somebody called Chinasa and asked Chinasa what about this Simon Ekpa? What is going on about Simon Ekpa in Finland? Why is he not broadcasting on Radio Biafra and all that? Chinasa answered the person. The broadcast is there. I cannot play it here. Go and look for it. Chinasa answered the person. Say, we have people in Finland. We have men in Finland who give us information. And we are getting every information we need from Finland. So let me tell you today, the people they have in Finland are not more than 2 or 3% they have in Finland. And the reason why they implanted those people in Finland is to make sure they destroy anybody that Mazi have taken to himself and trying to work with for the actualization of Biafra. And the biggest target is Simon Ekpa. I'll tell you the impunity they have done in Finland. We have tried everything to unite IPOB in Finland. We succeeded in IPOB in Finland. And you remember a few days ago, or a few weeks ago, when I was having a program, I came to commend the man called Ekpa, who is the European rep. I came on my program to commend him. I commended him. I said, Abanyum has not done anything bad to me all this while. But you remember I told you people that anybody that I comment on my program, the next thing the person will do is to blackmail and attack me. So after that commendation to Abanyum turned against me. Now, I want you people to understand one thing. I'm going to play videos today here. I'm going to play voice messages. But before I do that, Chinasa Woru and Chika Edoziem, what has happened in Finland is what you are going to use to judge what is happening in America. Before Nelly Ofebu, for those of you who I will continue to work with Nelly Ofebu, or forget all this Idu and all that. I have not come to begin to talk about Idu. Ofebu is still working and taking Mazi as her leader. And until if she says Mazi is not him again and all that, there is a different thing. But for the fact that Nelly Ofebu believes in the ideology of Mazi and regard Mazi as a leader and continue to work for the release of Mazi I don't have anything against her, and I will never have anything against her. So as Oyibo, so as Madam Bridget, so as Ediasi, so as Oliver, so as all the people that have removed in America. Now, some of you do not understand. I will stop commending them. Some of you do not understand why somebody like Nelly Ofebu came out and start posting things public. You know that, right? Now, let me tell you before I go into what I want to do, because it is very imperative I touch this particular aspect. I told you all that the first directive coming from Mazi was all spiritual. Every directive that came the first time was spiritual, not ordinary. And what followed after that was all manipulated. All the directive that came after the first directive was all manipulated. And the result is chaos. What you see today, chaos. So before Nelly Ofebu came and started making things public, tried everything to solve the problem internally. Edoziem does not reply Nelly Ofebu. Edoziem does not read message. Edoziem does not investigate allegations. Edoziem does not do nothing when it has to do with people who have been in the struggle with them since 2012. Okay? So what they do in DOS is to defend and protect criminals. And those who dare to expose the criminals will become bad ones. They will expel them. And I'm going to prove it to you today. Everybody that wants to expose any criminal in IPOB will become expelled person. When Nelly Ofebu tried as much as possible to follow the footsteps of Mazi setting the record very straight, they decided to expel her. And the information I have, I don't know whether there are other information, no, but the information I have was not to expel Nelly Ofebu. And remember that before Mazi began to give a different directive, I told you that the first directive was spiritual, and all the directive that was flawed, that was, that they did not, that was breached, that was not carried out, all those directives were all spiritual. So the directive that came after that was all manipulated to suit and protect the criminals among them. Now, the Finland coordinator was, implanted in Finland not to grow IPOB, like Simon Ekpa. And that one is a criminal too. And I'm going to prove it to you today. Everything I will do here, I will come with a proof. Man who you see was parading himself, calling himself Victor and all that. Also, I'm going to play his own voice here, because our own is that I don't just come and gossip. I don't do when I want to gossip, I gossip with evidence and I tell you the truth. So, Nelly Ofebu came online and began to make everything open because the DOS failed. They failed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All the directives that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave in the first place, if Chika Edoziem had carried out those directives, we can never be in this mess. I am telling you. We can never be in this mess. When directive came, Chika Edoziem sat on it for weeks, even reacting. So that does not go well with anybody who is a genuine Biafra agitator. That does not go well with a lot of people in the US. That does not go well with Nelly Ofebu. That does not go well with Oyibo. That does not go well with a lot of people. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in a critical situation where he has been abducted. If he gives direction, if he gives directive, what you have to do as the leadership, which he trusted the movement with, is to carry out his directive, whether good or bad, without even raising any objection. You carry out that directive, whether it is good or bad, because we are already in a critical situation. So when they tell you that why should Simon Ekpa not sign code of conduct that does not exist, that you want to do Nigeria government, you want to do like Nigeria, I want you to know what I'm going to do today. I want you to watch so that you understand how the DOS have destroyed this movement. No accusation you give them today that I'm going to question. Because they tell us that if Simon Ekpa, why should Simon Ekpa not sign code of conduct that other people signed? That are you trying to do Nigeria government? And I want to tell you today, the coordinator of Finland rented a hall where they are going to be having meeting. And after renting that hall, they are paying about 300 euros every month in that hall. In that hall, the coordinator of Finland subletted that hall to a church. That church was paying IPOB 130 euros every month. Nobody, IPOB, knew about it. Now, the coordinator of Finland, who was parading himself, calling Simon Ekpa criminal, only submitted 1 month rent. Finance secretary. Rent. After submitting 1 month rent, he collected rent February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. 8 months rent he collected from church. He put it in his pocket. He collected this rent until October, when Finland people who are very genuine begin to fight for a good IPOB and the unity of IPOB in Finland. He get busted, investigated everything, and have them in documents, in papers, and in video. Was collecting the rent, putting the rent in the pocket, and using IPOB money to pay the 300 every month. I want you to understand the criminality here. Criminality is that he collected rent from February to October. He even increased the rent from 130 euros to 150 euros. While IPOB was putting hand in the purse to pay for the rent, he is collecting the half of the rent, putting it in his pocket. And he's the coordinator of Finland. He's the man, Chinasa to you now. The man Chinasa put in Finland. Because you know, they are putting all their people, immediately the abduction of Onyendu, all the people that are criminals and collecting money for them and making sure that the money they are contributing in those countries are coming to them in Germany and in Nianya. That is what they want to safeguard. They are not fighting for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are not fighting for the movement of Biafra. It is now about contribution, monthly subscription and contribution to IPOB for them to get the money. So the coordinators they are putting today is not coordinators that will do anything to fight for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is coordinator that will make sure that the money they are contributing every month. Every month. going to them for them to use the money. So the thing continued. Chinasa, the European rep, told Finland, you have to give us evidence before we can sack the coordinator of Finland from IPOB, because the criminality in him, it requires expelling from IPOB completely. Senator called Obasi in Finland, Anthony Obasi, what he has done is not somebody who should be in IPOB. He should be expelled completely. Now let me tell you this. European rep Abanyim told people of Finland that to expel Anthony Obasi, they should bring evidence of his criminality. Of Finland went to work. Evidence. And I'm going to show you the evidence here today. Work to bring evidence. After they bring evidence, the day they had a meeting, I was opportune to be in the meeting where they're asking us some pertinent questions. And he was lying every time he opened his mouth, was lying. And everything, they have the evidence. So after the Finland IPOB gathered all the evidence of his criminal activities in Finland and sent to IPOB European rep. You know what European rep told them? And we have actually made peace with other factions. That peace, we have brokered the peace between the different factions of IPOB in Finland. Now we came together. And they put a meeting. They fixed a meeting. Fixed a meeting to discuss the impunity and the criminality for the coordinator of Finland. After that, Abanyim is the European rep of IPOB. Wachuku, sorry, I did not mean to block you. So, sorry, Wachuku, I will try to unblock you, but not now. You may not comment. So, Wachuku, Mwakaego, I am very, very sorry for blocking you. It was not you I wanted to block. I wanted to block somebody else. So I will please unblock you after the broadcast. Please accept my apology. So immediately after they have gathered all the evidences, I was in that meeting. So what the coordinator of Finland did was to put call through to Chinasa and tell Chinasa that, you see, they have busted me and they investigated me, and Simon Ekpa was there. They find out that I'm a criminal, I am taking the money of IPOB. And the problem now is Simon Ekpa was there. So Chinasa, who is controlling the DOS, went to work. Immediately queried Abanyim, because that's exactly what transpired. Immediately queried Abanyim. Then after querying Abanyim, when IPOB Finland now called Abanyim to give Abanyim the outcome of their investigation, Abanyim told them, Simon Ekpa. Abanyim told them that Simon Ekpa was in that meeting. Why would you people want Simon Ekpa to be in the meeting? Because you know that Simon Ekpa is enemy, the coordinator of Finland. So the DOS instructed Abanyim to tell people of Finland that they are happy with the criminals, are part of those giving them information from Finland. Why should Simon Ekpa be in the meeting where they are exposing and asking a criminal coordinator question about the embezzlement of IPOB fund? And was not interested. Money coordinator collected and put in his pocket. Abani was not interested. And this money, he has been collecting it from February. He collected the money, he put it in his pocket, and Ipob Finland was struggling to pay 300 euros for the hall every month. So what should have been happening is that the coordinator ought to have used the money he's collecting to subsidize the rent, so that Ipob will bring 150 from their post, while him bring 150 from the church people. But no, he was putting the money in his pocket and was paying rent from Ipob post, full rent. Understand it? Now, Abraham was not interested in that. He was only interested in why must they expose him in front of Simon Ekpa. I want you people to understand the criminality in the DOS. And these are the people who were telling you, why should they allow Simon Ekpa to broadcast on Radio Biafra without signing code of conduct? You want us to do like Nigeria? Why must we give Simon Ekpa a special privilege? Why must we allow him and give him a special treatment when others are signing it? Now, the question is, why would Abraham and the DOS sack and expel somebody who have stolen money from Ipob? Because they want to put him in Finland. They are not interested in increasing the number of Ipob members in Finland and probably in other parts of the world. They are only interested in putting the people that will drive their own selfish interest, protecting their own selfish interest. Because when you bring some people that are good, when they have coordinators meeting, they are going to be asking brilliant questions. They don't want those kind of people among them. And let me also tell Biafrans that before Mazi was abducted in Kenya, there was a meeting that was to take place. And that meeting could have or may have changed a lot of things. But the meeting did not take place because he was abducted. So, I am going to play a video showing you explanation of the coordinator of Finland and one or two other persons in his criminal group stole money, embezzled money, commit all manner of crime against Ipob in Finland. And the DOS have embraced them. They say because he is Chinasa brother. They come from the same place. They made him a national coordinator. From coordinator to a national coordinator. Now, what shocked me and what shocked everybody in Finland was when Abraham, who was actually standing by the side of truth until I commended him on social media. The Abraham that was standing on the truth Abraham stood was very, very firmly standing on the truth. Because when they raised that Simon Ekpa was not a member of Ipob in Finland, got that memo to Abraham. Abraham told the coordinator not to release such memo to the public. That attitude, I believe he was standing firm and on the truth. And he told them he can never be part of releasing such memo to the public. I have done nothing wrong. Now, instead of them to respect the European rep, which is Abraham, the same coordinator, he now worked directly with Chinasa against European rep. So if you don't want to do like Nigeria, why are you now overshadowing the European rep to work directly with the coordinator of Ipob Finland against the wish and the opinion of the European rep, just to fight Simon Ekpa because Mazi have chosen Simon Ekpa to work with. So Chinasa overshadowed, overheaded, and supervised everything going on and coming from Finland. He went and connived with the coordinator to release the memo. It was what they were discussing in the DOS, how to destroy Simon Ekpa. So it didn't work for them. They come with another one, it didn't work for them. During this time, when they were investigating the coordinator of Finland, somebody called Raphael Ajare. Raphael Ajare was suspended. Raphael Ajare was suspended for appearing in America Umuada Women Show. Raphael Ajare, if I am not Kelechi Ibodo, please, you have been blocked. I am very, very sorry for that. I don't know, I wanted to block somebody else. I think I will not block anybody until this broadcast. So, Kelechi Ibodo, please, people should remind me to unblock Kelechi Ibodo and the other person I have mentioned earlier. I don't want to block them. So Kelechi Ibodo, please, you are going to be unblocked. I will make sure I take my time to figure out how to unblock you, and you are going to be fine in the next broadcast. The only thing now is that you are only going to be watching and you will not comment on this platform. So I apologize for that, please. Now, voting was going on, and the Chinasa told the coordinator of Finland and to put problem. Now you see, the problem came from the fact that they have now the Finland IPOB have sacked Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is not their member and all that. It all came from Chinasa. Chinasa was controlling the IPOB Finland coordinator against European rep. Then, when he was still standing on the truth. So, after this whole investigation, we also find out that the one who was claiming that he paid me money for his immigration thing and he got deported to Italy, he went to Abany to tell Abany that he borrowed money from IPOB to pay his legal fees to me. He borrowed 1,500 euros or so to pay his legal fee because they were all trying to, blackmail me, in front of Abany then. So Abany made contact with some people in Finland, and they told him the truth. The person that borrowed that idiot money is a lady. He borrowed 1,000 euros to him. He didn't pay the money back, and the money has nothing to do with me. The money was for him to pay for the container that he was sending to Nigeria. But he went to Abany to lie to Abany because him and the coordinator was working together with Chinasa to destroy and blackmail me. So Chinasa was fighting against everything that Mazi put in place, including people. I tell you, I am not saying it is only Chinasa, but I'm telling you, he is the one they are fronting. The people in DOS who are trying to destroy everything Mazi has done, they are using Chinasa to front. Chinasa is their spokesperson. And they have seen where this whole thing has landed. They have landed in a place where Biafra have come to know that they have sold the struggle and they are sabotaging Mazi because every directive Mazi gave, they have disobeyed it. Disobeyed every directive. So those of you who are telling me or saying to the people asking why Simon Ekpa is not broadcasting on Radio Biafra, do you want to do what Nigeria government are doing? Do you want that Simon Ekpa be given a special privilege? Do you want that he does sign other things other people are signing? My question is, why have they not sacked the IPOB coordinator in Finland who have stolen money from IPOB, and he is not even contributing, he is not paying monthly dues, he has never contributed money for ESN, and the audit are there. Richard, for those of them who will come online and say, Simon Ekpa, come and show where you have contributed money. This is my receipt. Tell the IPOB in Finland, the IPOB coordinator, Anthony Obasi in Finland, to bring his own receipt. Not the receipt that is going to forge tomorrow. the receipt accompanied with audit of finance. Since 4 years, he has been the coordinator in Finland. When he bring the receipt, he bring the audit. Audit shows he paid the monthly dues and he paid for ESN. He has never raised any money for ESN. And one thing I want to tell Biafrans today is that while this guy was collecting the money for rent, the IPOB in Finland was contributing 10 euros. Rent. They were contributing 10 euros each to pay the rent. Aside the monthly dues, aside the whatever they have contributed for ESN, I think in the ESN money, only few people contributed ESN money in Finland because they never done fundraising. When we talk about fundraising, this coordinator destroyed the fundraising idea, coming from other people because they don't want Simon Ekpa to come close to them. The coordinator, that was the instruction given by Chinasa and the DOS, because I have the messages, everything they discuss in their forum, in the DSS forum, the DOS forum. I have the message. That is why they say they sacked Madam Arewa. But the good thing is that I have never received any message directly from Madam Arewa, and that is a story for another day. And if actually they are sacking and removing Madam Arewa, the question you should be asking yourself, what has Simon Ekpa done to warrant discussing him in the DOS forum? You leave everything that you should be discussing. You leave about planning how to embark on things that will release our leader. You forget about everything about Mazi and what you discuss in the forum of the so-called DOS is how to fight Simon Ekpa on social media. So I am telling Biafrans today that what you see going on social media, worse is even happening in the DOS forum. That's why they don't have anything to do. That's why they have not come up with any strategy, because everything they have in their mind is how to destroy Simon Ekpa and every other person that followed him. Decided to cut tails of Simon Ekpa. They say immediately they sack Nelo Febu, Simon Ekpa will go down. Nelo Febu for fighting for truth. So after that, it was not enough. They say who again? They say Jesse was working with Madam Oyibo. They say Oliver was working with Madam Oyibo. So let us sack them and replace them with other coordinators in North America. They sacked Jesse. They sacked Oliver. All these things was happening because they want to cut Simon Ekpa tail. They believe that Simon Ekpa was working with these people for the interest of the Biafra struggle. I don't have any access to IPOB money. I don't have any access to IPOB documents. What I'm doing is what I have been doing before Mazi was arrested. Creating awareness, soliciting for people to contribute money for the movement, and let us do what we are doing and move forward. That's all I have been doing, and I will continue to do that. Now, it did not help anything. They replaced Edoziem with somebody. It didn't help. They replaced Oliver. It didn't help. And they say, okay, the next person to sack is Madam Oyibo. So they went and concocted all manner of story. Who knows the story they concocted? They say the next person is sack Madam Oyibo. All this sacking you see is to fight Simon Ekpa because they see that I am in good terms with those women. I remember that when Mazi was abducted, a group of people already called me to say they want me to work with them. And once I work with them, Madam Oyibo is gone and his group. So I don't know that Madam Oyibo have a group there. And I have come to find out there is no group. Madam Oyibo is working for Mazi just like every other person like Nelly. Now, after this thing, they started to cut tails. So what you see happening, the sack of Madam Oyibo has nothing to do with Biafra. It has nothing to do with Mazi It has nothing to do with Madam Oyibo is sabotaging ESN. No. It has nothing to do with Madam Oyibo is against Mazi No. It has nothing to do with Madam Oyibo is against the Ipob. No. The only reason they sack Madam Oyibo and every other person is to cut my tail, Simon Ekpa. So I want those people who are Iraq, who have been working for the DOS, that before they come to tell you the topic to do, I have them. And I have the discussion where they were discussed in the forum of the US. It is here on my phone. Now, I have given you some clue, and I have told you that the problem happening today come from Finland, because the people, when Chinasa answered a phone call on Radio Biafra, he said, we have men in Finland who give us information. And the point now is that those men they claim to have in Finland who give them information have been feeding them deliberately with wrong information about me. Whether the information that we were feeding them was whether it was deliberate or whether after feeding them the information, Chinasa will change it to when he is talking to the people in the US, only them knows that particular one, how the information changes. When I wanted to interview Mazi, they were on phone with him. They said, don't do it. Don't do it. You must not interview him. Don't do it. Don't do it. He didn't take oath. He's not an oath member. He's not an IPOB member. You must not go and he must not appear in his program. These people were on phone 247. Convince Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appear on my program. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu talked to me. Sent me, he asked the person that administered the oath to me, which is the mother of the secretary. He gave a message. He told me, I have my reason why I didn't take the oath. The reason why I did not take the oath then was I want to prove to the world that you don't need to be an oath member of IPOB to do something for Biafra restoration. Why I did not take oath was because I want to change the narrative to see IPOB, because a lot of lies have been told. I want to prove to people that you don't have to be an IPOB to do something for Biafra restoration. And I proved that. Not an IPOB oath member before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu recognized me. As you can do that as well. You can do something for Biafra struggle before you take oath. So I know how I should have just gone and called somebody to administer me oath. But no. I said I want to lay a foundation to prove people wrong. Because the Nnamdi Kanu I have watched for many years, I have come to know. I studied him very well. I have come to understand that a lot of people are misunderstanding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, deliberately misrepresenting his ideology. When I tell you, you are not oath member, all these people telling you oath, they are all people of nincompoop idiots who don't have anything upstairs. So only thing they know is oath this, oath that. But I have been able to prove to them that you don't need oath to bring your talent and support Biafra restoration and support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You don't need oath. I proved you that. I was not an oath member when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mentioned my name on Radio Biafra several. I was not an oath member when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu answered the question, say, what Simon Ekpa is doing, only one Chineke can do it. He's one Chineke. Of course. I was not an oath member. It is only the people who are not real in the struggle that are shouting oath. And when they take the oath, they do evil. Like the coordinator of Finland is under oath. The coordinator of Finland is under oath. The one they call Victor, who is going from one platform to other, blackmailing Simon Ekpa about immigration issue, is under oath. But what do? They open their mouth, they lie. The coordinator of Finland is under oath. What did he do? He sabotaged and betrayed the struggle for Biafra. Because while ESN was looking for money, since February, ESN was looking for money. This guy was collecting 130 euro and every month and putting it in his pocket. I want you to change 130 euro into Naira. I know how much it is. I know how many people it is going to feed in the camp of ESN. Coordinator was collecting that money, putting it in his pocket, and at the same time, the IPOB was putting hand into their purse to pay 300. When he collected the the subsidy. He put it in his pocket. Now, if that is not a betrayer, if that is not criminal, if that is not against the oath, what else is against the oath you took? What else is that if you betray the strong? What else? It is for the selfish interest. That is why when you see they are always talking about money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Because all of them are benefiting directly or indirectly from Nzama. Have you seen where Nzama is coming from? All them Nzama people. Amoru was doing Nzama also. Amoyibo have requested for accounts. Money being sent to ESN. Chinasa have never provided any account. Amoru have never provided any details of any account. So how do you think there are people in America who have worked their life, who are civilized, who are intelligent, will come and be doing nonsense with the motopark algorithms like you people? So when they ask them for accountability, of them will turn it to attack. Account. What did you do with the money? You say, this one, no, tomorrow we'll do this, we'll use it and do that. Nobody know. We are in 21st century. You have to account for everything you do with people's money. They're not doing that. What they are interested in is that Ekpa is getting supercharged. My own platform that I suffered with my own money to build, nobody paid dime to it. I am still spending money building the app. Spending my time every day to preach on Biafra. While people, professionals like me, I'm a professional. Professional like me, IPOB are paying them to do their job. It is paying me. My money, I put my time because I am fighting for the future of my children and my generation to come. When people give me super chat, you want to die. While your coordinator in Finland is collecting money and putting in his pocket. You are yet to sack him. Is to make sure no genuine person will come closer to the IPOB in Finland. So today, let us now start. First of all, I am going to show you a contract agreement to show you the criminality of the IPOB called Antonio Bassi in Finland. That he did not commit it. To them, the crime is not enough. Nelly Ofebu have committed crime. They spared her, according to her. Tell me, what crime did Nelly Ofebu commit? Nelly Ofebu was fighting against this impunity I want to expose today. They sack her. Oyibo fought against the impunity, I want to expose today. They expel her. The one they called Darlington was expelled for fighting the same impunity. I protested against his suspension. Today, he has turned around to fight me. What he is not answering is that have that thing he was fighting for leading to his suspension be solved? The answer is no. I want you to understand I can never support evil. I will always stand by the truth, and the truth shall always set me free. And let me tell you, the only truth that can stand the test of time. So today I will review one thing, that the coordinator of Finland did not only steal money from IPOB, he did not commit only just a crime, he also committed a very big fraud. Agreement with Biafra Republic in Finland. And this is going for them who said they want to take Ekpa to court and all that. I am waiting for that. But let me tell you, a lot of people in Finland are already very angry. They may end up taking the guy to court because making profit organization is not profit organization. He wrote agreement with the name Biafra Republic. So I'm going to show it to you on the screen. Everything we do here is pump and play. We don't just come. I'm going to show you, and then I will play the videos that follows. By the way, we have 15,000 viewers, 15,055 viewers, particular program today. In 1 hour, 30 minutes into this program, we have 55 viewers on all the platforms. The live streaming app is not functioning. I don't know why. I have to check that. Now, what you are seeing on the screen is the agreement by the coordinator of Finland to let a premises Ipob are having meeting. And he rented this in the Biafra name, and he is collecting the money and putting the money into his pocket. Now, I want to read the agreement. I know somebody will read the agreement in the video, but I want to read the agreement to you. This agreement was signed on the 23rd of January 2021. He said, this is an agreement between Grace Church and Biafra Republic, Ipob. So without even getting Biafra, the coordinator in Finland is already making agreement with the Biafra Republic and in bracket Ipob. Neri Ofebu one to expel. Madam Oyibo is the one to expel. Every other person, AGRC, all the people in North America are the one to expel. Simon Ekpa is the one to expel. So look at the coordinator, because he's a brother to Chinasa who told you, why should they give Simon Ekpa a special preference? He is making agreement in a civilized country, Finland, with a Biafra Republic, in brackets, Ipob. It's a very big crime in Finland. Or Biafra is not a country. Biafra is not a country. So why would you go and make agreement with Biafra Republic? Why would you make agreement with Biafra Republic? In bracket, Ipob. We have agreed that Biafra Republic will rent us the hall for the purpose of doing our church services every Saturday, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. And who signed the agreement is there. And the name of the renter, Biafra Republic, signed Ipob Mazi Obasi, 23rd of January 2021. But you see, they are the one going from one platform to another to call Simon Ekpa criminal. He was the one calling on different platforms. Simon Ekpa is this, Simon Ekpa is that. He was the one calling on Radio Biafra. Simon Ekpa is this, Simon Ekpa is that. Using blood money. As small as 150 euros. He pocketed it. And why other Biafrans, other Ipob members in Finland are struggling to pay 10 euros monthly dues. Guy in 150 euros school cash, put it in his pocket. When you talk to him, he tell you and maybe hear more. Now I have just shown you one evidence. And the day the church people were approached to bring the person or the document that gave them the right to use that particular place to do church service, they brought out the agreement. It is time. Go. Let us start. Now, the voice I want to play to you now is the voice of the so-called Victor, the one that is going with the coordinator in every platform to tell how Simon Ekpa collected his money for immigration and he did not do anything and Simon Ekpa is fake and he's not a lawyer and all that. I want you to hear the voice of that particular criminal as well, where he was telling you some of his crime in Finland. And remember, he has also gone to tell the European rep that he collected money to pay legal fee to me. I want you people to listen to his voice, although it is going to be in Igbo language, but I will explain to if I can. But let me make it very clear, very quickly. I want everybody to pay attention.
Ipob, one family. Because this message and sent to this platform Ipob Finland. And on your job, go you say all the money to say they out. More and I will.
Are you hearing him?
This platform Ipob Finland. And give that message, a lot of messages. This is a web accountant of Finland. Where do we are concerning it? When here battle the way to where men for those now with our fam. One I to go now last meeting Ipob Finland new men. We're seeing a go for container. When I do kedu ụdị okwu dị ya biko nụ ndị be anyị si na onye amaghị ebe a nọ n'ezu na abụọ na abụọ obido ebe na obido n'okpukọ n'isi amụrụ m ka esi ekwu mana njọ ka nkọwara unu something ya biko biko Ipob in this platform making sure that everybody should listen to this message.
They are listening.
Amaro can make you where they are Ipob take your vote to the Maya against Ipob. And I am for one family.
Yes.
Ipob.
Yes.
So where will my Ipob family Finland as my family?
Mm-hmm. That is what they do. That is what they will first of all tell you, oh, how we are O2 members, how can I sabotage Ipob? I said 130 and 150 euros. My brother, 130 and 150 euros. Where are you? Promo. Sorry. It is moving very fast. Promo, you ask a question, you say 150 or 130 euros. The exact amount was 130 euros and 150 euros. He was collecting 130 euros and then he increased it. He increased the rent to 150. Collecting 130 before, he didn't give account, and Ipob was paying the all amount from their own pocket. So he also increased it. So Promo choose, MC Promo, he was collecting 130, and then later on, he increased the money to 150. And in those increments, and in the one he has been collecting before, he only submitted 1 month of account. And when he came to the investigative team, he lied that he started collecting just July or so, or June or July. He did not tell them that he has collected February, March, April, May, So he said he was collecting June. So he has been collecting 130 and increased it to 150. So that for the record, because I'm going to play the video here. But let us listen to this man. This one, the voice you are listening to now, is the voice of that Victor who was going all around and calling Simon Ekpa criminal and all that. Now listen to the criminals themselves. All they want to do is to blackmail Simon Ekpa. But why they are the real criminal? And the people using them are the DOS and the Mazi Chinasa. In fact, he's not supposed to have Mazi in his name. Chinasa is the one that is doing all the carnage you see in Ipob today. You understand? So until Biafrans, if Biafrans want Mazi Nnamdi to come out, we must deal with the DOS. They have sold this struggle. They have betrayed. Today, the only thing they do in their platform is Simon Ekpa, planning how to attack me, planning how to expose. I don't know what they want to expose about me. I want you to listen to the people who have been going around shouting Simon Ekpa, Simon Ekpa. Listen to them.
IPOB, Makamona Yochukusi Abiamiti before. So to start with it, to cut the matter short, when there were problem with the immigration Finland, and the Jiro Finland were already quickly were never. So when they apply for Finland, even when they apply for Finland, and a lot of people now vote, including Chika, now other people, even coordinator, some people now vote, but now vote. Unu chama no vote guy Cambo. So after Kemejalo, we vote to see na government in welfare, onye ọbụla onye ọbụla eji o finish document, I will vote. Na ha ewepụ from vote and enye date inye time. So mgbe ahụ ka m na-eme ife ngwa apịa m. So nwere ego m nwere maka ngwa ahịa na egbugbo m kọntena m ibupu my container ngoro ngwa ahịa. And abịara m Finland elu vote. Finland a na-ego ahịa na Finland. Emeka mmadụ na line. I know how painful ọ dị to that day. Nọta na ya dị. Ndị votu wepụ m apụ m abịa m ọrụ ka m gwa votu gbanye apụ ma ọ bụ na m apụgo na line. I know how abụrụkwa that machine awa. Nnọrụ wezi na m na-ejego skuta wee kpọọ coordinator kwụ ya na-ekwe ihe m na-agabiga kịta and nnọrụ n'ụlọ menwuzi ego ji akwụ ụgwọ ụlọ and kọntena m nọ n'ụzọ ịgwa kọntena m nọ n'ụzọ na-eji nshipụ and beautiful dị na-apụta.
Let me take it a little bit back to ebe ọ gwara unu.
Ngwa ya na egbugbo kọntena m ibupu my kọntena ngoro ihe ngwa ya. And abịara Finland elu abịa Finland a na-ego ahịa na Finland. Emeka ma very well. Emeka gbawata na Finland. Ọ bụ ebe ngoro ahịa izi. Ọ bụ ebe otu oluso nwa ndị o nyere m aka. Emeka nyere m aka na Finland a. O jekwa mgbe ede m na-alahụ na Finland a. So bụrụ mgbe m bịara Finland ịrụ ọrụ. Mana Guto na na-abịazi Guto ihe si wee do. And ọdụka ego nwa nwoke ji na-agwụ agwụ mgbe a na-apịa mbanye rụwazi ọrụ ka m wee baakụ ọnwa mbọ mecha Chineke nyere m aka m nwetakwa ego bidokwakọ ihe kọntena. To cut the matter short, after carrying Chikucha this container of one bill of loading 5,500 container na Nigeria. Ndị votu wepụ m apụ m abịa m ọrụ ka m gwa votu gbanye apụ ma ọ bụ na m apụgo na line. I know how painful ọ dị to that day nọta na ya dị. Ndị mụ na ha nọ na ya dị gwa nna m anyị ajọ mụ chọwa another apụ m na-eji wee rụọ ọrụ. Chineke na-ebere Emeka ala ji. Ewezi na m na-ejego skuta wee kpọọ coordinator kwụ ya na-ekwe ihe m na-agabiga kịta and nnọrụ n'ụlọ menwuzi ego ji akwụ ụgwọ ụlọ and kọntena m nọ n'ụzọ ịgwa kọntena m nọ n'ụzọ nshipụrụ and bill of loading na-apụta and na-arụghị ọrụ mmebiwo ego mmebi wee gbapụta ngwa abịa and onwere onye ya chekwana ihe mere na ma gwarịa ya sinsi n'odo onye ejighị ego ebe a bụ maazị ọbasi n'odo onye ejighị ego kịta
maazị ọbasi gwa ya odo na-ejighị ego kịta
at least na-ama m as a hard call of IPOB in Finland na ọ bụrụ na ihe mere bụ na ya enyela m aka na na-enyekwa ndị mmadụ ego IPOB
akụkọ
betu na ya yara laiki egwu ahụ kọwarụ mmadụ ịnọ ma ịtọ ya enyere m dị aka ka nji gote meshin na mbido lụwakwa otu
ọ anaghị enye ndị mmadụ aka o jikwa ego. The person is having money for IPOB. O jikwa ego rent ọ na-anata. He could not even use that money for the rent ọ na-anata to pay him or help him. He want to also collect another money from IPOB. Ego anaghị adị, ego adịghị adị, and ESN were suffering in the bush. ESN was suffering in the bush. Anata ego na-etinye na akpa na-eri ya. I want everybody to listen.
So, etu a ka mụ na ya si okwu esi nwunye n'aka nwunye na-eru ya so wee binye m ego wee baa na line chọwa second hand machine wee nweta fees ngolu sefụ 350 euro
ego IPOB
na lụ ha ngo the machine ọ wọkara
nego IPOB and this is somebody who say na ya bụ a rich man na ya bụ importer exporter now to container of on a bill of loading everything 5,000 euros, but he was borrowing 300 from IPU, and the one they call the coordinator cannot even put hand in his own pocket to bring money and give to him as a member. He cannot do that. They must dip hand into the pocket of IPOB and the money to him. What is happening here should give you a picture of what the DOS are doing. Today, I bring a proof of where Nelly embezzled money. Bring a proof of where Madame Oyibo embezzled money. When they bring a proof of where Simon Ekpa embezzled their money. Let them bring a proof of where every other person they have sacked embezzled money. There is no proof like that. And there is nothing like that. Rather, those people that have been sacking are the ones supporting with their money, with their finance. Some have invested over $500,000. Some of the people that sacked today, as I'm talking to you, have invested $500,000. Of course, they don't know about that. So it pains somebody like me that have access to privileged information that some of them don't have. I'm telling you this. Some people have invested $500,000. And they come on Radio Biafra, bash them, call them Ashawu. They have invested $500,000. When you talk, there will be flashing receipt of 10 euro. Look, I am paying my monthly dues, 10 euro. And the DOS is the one sponsoring them, covering them up and making sure that they cage Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Everything Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does, they cage him. And he has been shouting, I need 100 men. People are not asking questions. These are the problem of this movement. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in DSS dungeon. And what did DSS, what did they do? They are praising the media warriors for fighting against Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa has become the biggest obstacle. They are fighting, they are planning and dishing out money, credit card, every recharge card, go and attack Simon Ekpa. And why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the DSS dungeon? They have not brought out any strategy to release him. They say, them are even working with Nigerian politicians to do what we call a political solution. We agree. But when is the political solution coming? Political solution coming. What I am doing today is after today, you are going to know that the DOS has become the biggest betrayer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And if Mazina cannot come and have a different opinion in what I'm doing today, I will apologize and give him my reason. Because there are reasons why I'm doing this today, and I'm not going to tell you that reasons. I want you to understand, if you want the kind of best interest, the DOS must rise up, or they can never rise up again because they have eaten the forbidden fruit. Never. What they do now is to destroy even the ESN. They are calling the names of people and destroying everything. That when they do like that, it is easy and they are going to bring us. Look at what the Nigerian government have done. They say some people are eating human flesh, they are abducting people, and they say they mention Mazina, they cannot tell us to do this and do that. Agent of Nigeria government. So I want everybody to listen. This is just a beginning. I am coming with videos for you to know the impunity of this particular deal. So when I am doing something, before I come to talk, I don't just talk. I talk with evidence because that is my profession. My profession is not to come and talk rubbish. I don't engage in discussion that I don't know what I'm doing. I engage in discussions that I have evidence and I have information. That is me. I want everybody to listen.
Yeah, only 15 days. Due to that, machine I got up packet that border. I went to another one with us. After come with us, young good also. When I go to good also. 100 euro. This is me going to go na be a make also. A be a make go.
Okay.
Go and go 550 euro.
All this Egan here. Now they also. Because this is the man who go to different platforms to call me criminal. Now it was not recorded. It was not in the record of IPOB. Okay? It was because the information leaked because of what is happening in Finland. People went underground to start investigating. And the LBA, when that money was given to him, the first one, the second one, did he pay back? The answer is no. He didn't pay the money. It was because of the exposition that the people of Finland took upon themselves to investigate what is going on. They found out that they gave him money. He didn't pay the money back. Remember that this man, from the beginning of this talk, he told you how he took oath. He can never sabotage IPOB. Now, what is sabotage? If you have borrowed money for months, you are making 4,000 euros every month. You are sending container of $5,000 or 4,000 euros and ordinary 500 euro. 500 euro you collected from organization that is struggling. Organization movement, freedom movement that is struggling. You collected 500 and you could not pay the money back. This is his voice. I am playing it now. I am coming to the coordinator. And the people, the DOS, under the supervision of Chinasa who put in Finland to cause problem. They say you must stay in Finland, cause problem, so that Ekpa, Simon Ekpa cannot come close. Do you know what do you know what they told them? Do you know what they told them the last one? Ekpa opened his mouth and tell the people, the IPOB members in Finland that if Simon Ekpa come to the meeting, they should not allow him to stay in the meeting with them. Was the message. And I'm waiting for the day I will go to meeting. Let me see Abanyem come to tell me to leave the meeting. Because I will be there. Now the man is still there as a national coordinator in Finland. I'm going to play the video. Now I want you to watch. Even those who were telling me, calling me since yesterday, Madam Simon Ekpa, don't do exposition. Don't do it. I am not doing exposition, no. I am not doing exposition of the DOS yet. Just want to tell you where the problem of the movement started and where it is going to end. It started from Finland, it will end in Finland. Now, the day, if ever, I am going to make broadcast exposing the real thing in the DOS, that day the internet will catch fire. So today, I am only here tell you where the problem of IPOB started, this particular problem now, where it is going to end, and those behind it. And I'm telling you that the DOS, with every proof available to me, are the people that will stay and work with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Never. Never. And all the people to associate with. These people to associate with is this particular DOS. They are worse than Nigeria government. Criminals, anybody that supports a criminal is a criminal. I told them, God will use me to end the impunity so that Biafra will move forward. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out. We are going to know whether what I am saying today and what I have done now is good for the movement. Because any movement for freedom that is built on lies can never stand the test of time. I want to get people. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I pray that people who will stand by the truth in your absence will come at the end of the day. I want everybody to listen.
Some of you people known at this platform, Edoziem machine, not motor, because Italian driving license will never expire for long. Driving license in China, motor now finish the Liberian driving license.
Are you people hearing it? That his Italian driving license or driver's license expired for long. Italian driver's license expired for long, and he was driving in Finland with Liberia driving license. I want those of you who stays in Europe, in Schengen state, to you can actually tell yourself what is the crime, how does traffic crime affect your residence in some of these developed Schengen states, like in Nordic countries. In Nordic countries, how does your traffic crime, you have a traffic crime, how does it affect your stay, your residence permit, your document? When you have not even gotten residence permit, you are already showing a sign of a criminal. And the police, I want everybody, in fact, let him you be the one who is going to say it by himself.
So this Liberia driving license, police is stop one. When Namanya about 2 years, me will foreign African driving license to be finished. They are only 2 years. They their driving license for European driving license.
All those things he's saying is rubbish. Completely rubbish. Whoever gave him that information, I don't know, but it is rubbish. I want some of you who live in Europe, check yourself, the country where you live. When you drive without a license, what does it mean that police do to you? And what will immigration police do to you? And you have not gotten even documents. And you are already committing crimes. But to him, as one people, it's not a crime. To him, it's just a driving with a Liberia. I want you to hear the story now. Just listen.
When we put my European driving license, because I'm very European driving license.
Okay.
I'm going to see here, come on, I consider, but no man is like the policeman. Now, one year immediately, same year is
okay. Are you people listening? You see, I told you people that when they were going to one platform to another, when Chinasa controlled this idiot to go from one platform to another to bring document. I was telling you people that even the document he was carrying has detailed crimes he committed in Finland. People think I was joking. The document he had, only that the document wasn't finished. The document he had with him contained the crimes he had committed in Finland. And I want you to listen to him explaining some of the crimes he had committed. First of all, he present a Liberian driver license, and his own European license expired 2 years ago, and he presented expired driver license to police. Finnish police decided that he cannot even move that car again from that point. He said it by himself on this ground and other reasons, other crimes he committed, criminal offense and all that. They deported him. What did they do? He now comes to social media with the coordinator of Finland, going from one platform to another to call Simon Ekpa a criminal. Why? He is the criminal himself. And this is not my voice. This is him explaining his own ordeal. I am an immigration lawyer with many years of experience. Somebody be asking. Everybody, when you come to a law firm, there are, in Finland, for example, there are different lawyers in Finland. You have the Asianaya, you have the Lakimias that belong to the Asiana Lito, you have the Lakimias that belong to the Lakimias Lito, you have those who don't go to court. There are different legal representatives in Finland. Who's the one I want to be? Immigration expert with many years, over 15 years of experience. So why would somebody be good? And my information is there in the public. My company website is there. I own a law firm in Finland. I own a law firm in Finland. Specializes on immigration law. So why would somebody, just like the way Ejiofor is now, Ejiofor have people who works in his firm. Does not mean that when somebody comes to Ejiofor somebody can decide to also to be a consultant in law. Does not mean that when you come to me, I will go and represent you in court. Everybody in Finland have different system, different legal system. So before you begin to blackmail somebody online, you should just go to Finland and take me to police. Why would you go to online and start blackmailing? Don't you know police? Go and take me to police. That is how it works. If you feel that I have done scam to you, if you feel that I have scammed you, that I misrepresent myself, you hire a lawyer in Finland. Those who are hired, you hire them and say, this Simon Ekpa is a scam. Look at his page. Look at what he's doing. Please, I want Finnish government to deal with him. I have been in this country for a while, my people. If they feel that I'm not what I think I am, they should go to court. Why should they come to Radio Biafra? Why should they go to all these illiterate broadcasting online to tell what I am not? Is that how to handle a case? Is that a court? Is a social media ranting a police station? I have a law. I mean, this is a country where you cannot just commit crime and go free. So if anybody feel that if he feel that I have scammed him or duped him, he say he has stayed in Italy for 20 years and he don't know the procedure how to report somebody to authority. So this is to tell you that the only person and the people pushing them, thinking that I am that kind of person that will just overlook them, is Chinasa and the DOS. They have chewed him more than they can chew. Take him more than they can chew. Now, I believe I have addressed that particular one. Now, let us now continue to listen to him. Police, let me take it back a little bit.
The African driving license is going to finish. They are only 2 years. Their driving license for European driving license. When we put my European driving license, because I'm not European driving license. I'm going to see here from one I consider, but no, there's like the policeman now come here immediately, send here
okay.
And the Maya has moved to never back in Kita, and they grew to mount.
Okay. hope you know the implication of that. Police told him, you cannot drive this motor again. But where they have stopped you now, they are going to tow that motor. Towing. If you live in Europe, you know what it means. When police arrest you or stop you, traffic police, and tell you that, this crime is so huge, the traffic crime is so huge that they cannot even allow you to drive the car again, that the car will be towed by towing van. They are going to bring towing van to tow the car. And, of course, as he was saying it like this, it looks so easy. It looks so, the small thing. It looks so that they just stole they pounded the car. Yeah, it looked like it is not. But those who live in Europe and understand how the system works will understand the level of crime, of traffic crime they will commit, apart from drinking, apart from drunk and drive. You know the level of crime you are going to commit for police to impound your car. Presenting false document, forged document, sometimes driving without a license. It's a big offense. And he paid fine for them. That also contributed in all the things that has happened in him being deported. But when they come to online, they lie. Simon Ekpa collected money from me. You think I will do my job without collecting money from you? You think I am a social service that you will spend my time without collecting money? My hourly fee is 150 to 200 euros per hour. That is my fee. Before 100 to 200 euros per hour. And if you live here plus VAT, plus VAT, my job. If I bill you 150 euros per hour, it's just that I have mercy for you. My fee per hour is 150 euros per hour to 200 euros. So if I follow you to police, you pay my fee. Follow you to police, you pay my fee. You pay my fee. I don't help you for free. I am not a social worker. If you come to me, you pay my fee. Well, let us continue. Hear that?
Nigeria. Uchi na nnaro passport. Uri passport. 2,500 euro. Passport.
And when he was telling Agbanyim, he collected 2,000 from here, he collected 1,000. He told Agbanyim that he collected those money to pay me for my fees. Because he knows they have been exposed. I hope and I wish that Agbanyim is watching this thing today for them to know how these people have used them, how Chinasa have used Agbanyim. Because I'm going to hit very hard on Agbanyim very soon. Agbanyim is watching this to know how Chinasa is going to destroy him as well. Because Agbanyim dare tell people not to allow me to come to meeting. So he will come from where he is to Finland here and tell Finland people and push me out of meeting when I come there. People, they will go to Chinasa Woru, connive with Chinasa Woru, and then they will begin to blackmail me all over the internet. They are using IPOB money to do business. They are using IPOB money when ESN is dying in hunger, when ESN have no equipment, when ESN don't have food to eat. And Simon Ekpa is the one shouting on social media, give people to the struggle. I know how many people I have converted in Finland, which their money is part of this particular money that they have borrowed in. It was through my preaching and other people struggling in Finland. Some of them, even some of them were not even members. They are contributing, and I gave them account number of Finland IPOB. Their money were involved in this money that they are borrowing now. that I converted through my preaching are paying. And it is happening all over the world. But I have become the saboteur. I say, bring your receipt where you pay. I want you to go and ask the coordinator of Finland to bring the receipt of his payment to IPOB. Let us calculate how much he has paid in his entire life in IPOB. Calculate how much he has paid in his entire life. But people are paying $100,000 in America. People are paying $50,000 in America. And when those people pay that money, they insult them. They call them agent of Nigeria. They call them that have collected the money from Nigeria government. They call them Ashawo. And when you talk, they say, I am IPOB paying. Look at my payment receipt. How much? 10 euros. 10 euros you pay. How much do you pay in a year? But somebody who brings $100,000 because of the way the person she want or he want freedom, they call them Ashawo or Radio Biafra. What they have turned to do in the absence of Mazi, they chase everybody who is contributing, who is supporting Mazi. So we are going to expose them. I said after today, we are going to put them in the trash. To put them in the bin. The DOS are worse than Nigeria government. Because anytime they open their mouth to talk, all lies and criminality, supporting evil, and the chasing and expelling those whom Mazi single-handedly appointed to do something. And they are doing it with their money.
On our interest. And we're one now. Ngwahịa ahụ mgbalụ ori ka akọwara ya nke awaga eleri ya ọrịa ọfụma onwere ihe o generate nsọrọkọgodo onwe m
mana ego IPOB he didn't pay it.
Ihe m ga-eme ka m wee na-arụkwa ọrụ. So mgbe m na-arụ ọrụ a m na-arụ mgbe bido ịkwụ ụgwọ onye m bitere ego
IPOB
5,550 Igbo ka a charging for bill of loading. Even ayọmụla Ikenna ego that time Ikenna gwa m eji ego. Ayọm coordinator anyị osi m ya ejiro because mgbe ahụ nwere problem ihe gbasara moto ya. Ayọm a lot of people ego ka m wee gwa that ngwa ya anwere onye nye m ya. Onye ọzọ nye m ego pastor nye m 2,500. Even 2,000 onye ihe gbasara container 500 ụwa 150 onye which sustain onye nwe mgbe ego nri mgbe na-anya that machine.
And ke wee marakwa akwa ọkwa onye na-akpagharị onye nke ọkwa onye this man went to the European rep to tell him that this money he's mentioning now that he collected for his container was to pay for his legal fee, to pay me. That was what he told Abani. All this money he was mentioning here for container, he told Abani it was to pay me, for my services. And he's still owing me money. He's still owing for my services, he didn't pay them. So, but that one, I know how to collect it.
So, ọ na-adụ mmadụ ịkọwa ihe very well before ọ sewe okwu. So, akọdeto na-agwa nka m mgbagharị eweta dị mmadụ isi na m na-eweta dị mmadụ problem m na-eju na ndị immigration na-agbagharị emecha agwa m kwụsị ọrụ na enweta nka m rụrụ ọrụ gbuti m rụrụ ọrụ aga na m na-ejeri ya nga ejiri akpụ mmadụ arụ ọrụ na-abịa n'ozi ọdụ ka anyị si n'ọrụ onye oyi na-arụ ọ na-arụ n'eze onye ọ na-arụ n'eze onye I have to put that thing to stop.
ọ na-arụ n'eze onwe ya, and at the end of the day he was working with somebody's app, and the police also arrested him working with somebody's app. Arrested him. Another crime. They asked you not to work, you were working illegally in Finland, collecting money through somebody's app. Have you seen where Have you seen the person that was going from one platform to another, castigating me, calling me all manner of? One thing about me is that God will always use you. Once you begin to blackmail me, I will wait for the right time because I know your blackmailing will not last. That is why I say only truth will stand the test of time. When you start to fight someone else, I will wait. My day is coming because it is from your own mouth. It is from your own mouth also that God will use to vindicate you. I will wait. It doesn't matter how it is going to come. I don't know. But at the end of the day, it is you that will still use your mouth to vindicate you. And that is what is happening. And God will always position people. God, that is what God is doing. Position people everywhere. All of you now that you think you are fighting for me, you are not fighting for me. You are fighting and defending truth, and you are fighting for Biafra. It is not me. I don't even know who you people are. I don't know all of you, but if I go to social media, I see how you people are defending truth, not me. God has positioned all of you. The only thing now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu need people that will stand by the truth, irrespective of the whole world turn against them. Because at the end of the day, this truth is where the foundation of Biafra will be built. The foundation of Biafra restoration will be built on truth, and not about the truth. So, as you are defending me, you are not defending me. You are defending the truth, and you are defending Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and defending Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't have people. POS. I'm telling you, he don't have nobody. All the people that are there, they want him dead. We must protect him. He doesn't. You see, let me tell you, what is happening now has never happened before. It has never happened before. Nobody will dare to say it. I am going to say it and even say more. No matter how they pretend to be the IPOB, it doesn't matter how they pretend to be the leader, it doesn't matter how they pretend to be the engine house of IPOB. Engine with corrupt people can never bring Biafra. So why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in pain every day? Engine house of IPOB with fraud and criminals, supporting criminals, can never ever move Biafra movement forward. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is crying. He's crying for 100 men. So there is no engine that can move the movement for Biafra with fraud and scammers everywhere. Criminals. Tell me, let me just use an example of what is happening in Finland, which I'm still coming to the video. Now, if you think that I am lying, that when you say the DOS is the engineering house of Ipob, it's supposed to be. DOS supposed to be the engine house of Biafra movement. They are all fraudsters. Fraud. They support evil. They support fraud. They support criminals. And can never move forward. This criminal IPOB coordinator cannot move forward. It is still the same thing happening in DOS. With the presence of this coordinator in Finland, under the watchdog of Chinasa, Finland IPOB can never move forward. It is the same thing with the DOS. With the criminals in DOS, the Biafra movement can never move forward. It is the same thing as that. So forget all these things they are manipulating and doing that. Only Mazi Nnamdi. What I'm doing now, only Mazi Nnamdi. You may see it as that I am betrayer. You may call me all sort of name, but wait. See, only time. No matter how many years, it doesn't matter how many months. Call me name. You can call me criminal. You can call me saboteur. But time shall tell. Who know who have done the right thing. I can't support evil. I can't work with DOS that is worse than Nigerian government. What are we fighting for? I want everybody to listen.
Investigation going back, same Obia. Now, we will put picture on our document anywhere as well because now you won't defeated Italia. Now we will understand. Now you won't defeated. But before my finish documenting, who change my residence document very well. Everything like it.
You know what? As he was here working in Finland illegally, his document expired. His Italian document expired. And immigration called him to say, oh, we know that you have indefinite, like permanent residence in Italy, but your documents have expired. So can you go back to Italy and renew it? He was working in Finland. The idiot was working in Finland until his document expired. Now, I want to ask you people, those of you who are in Europe, when you go to another country with even a permanent residence, and your document, your permanent residence expire, what does that, what do they do to you? In fact, even in Finland here, if your document expire without renewing it, you are staying illegal. From that day, the document expire, you are illegal. You cannot allow your document to expire while you are even in Finland. But he left Italy. He came to Finland. His document expired in Finland. He said that the police was romancing with him. Oh, we know that you have permanent, but this thing have expired, so you have to go back to Italy to renew it. He went back to Italy and renewed it. That's another crime in Finnish law. In Finland, immigration law, you can't stay even as a person who owns residence permit in Finland. You cannot stay 1 day without renewing your residence permit. That 1 day you are going to pay fine when they notice. Now, let us not go here again. I have been able to. I don't want to listen to this stupid guy again. So I've been able to give you some information. He collected money from IPOB. He didn't pay it until when the IPOB in Finland exposed and got to know the information before he decided to hustle and pay the money. When he was already in Italy, he has been deported to Italy, back to Italy. It was when he was in Italy, he hustled because of the problem that has come out. He hustled to pay the money. And then after paying the money, he summoned courage to come live and start going from one platform. It is time to expose Simon Ekpa. I want to expose Simon Ekpa. And I was telling people on my program that collect the document he had, that immigration document, collect it from him. Translate it to English. Of course, you cannot translate it very well because a lot of things will change. But translate it. You are going to see crimes and fine he have received in Finland, which made them not to give him a residence permit. And all those crimes he didn't tell me. Now that is by the way. Now we are going to the main coordinator issue. Going to the main coordinator issue. Moment, because everything I'm going to do today is going to be. And let me also tell Biafrans, after the new coordinator in Finland decided to go to work to expose this coordinator and Chinasa where they are doing, they now begin to attack the new coordinator in Finland. This Obasi went to tell Abani that IPOB Finland has been hijacked. You see, it has been hijacked. Who hijacked it? Of course, I don't need to tell you. Of course, they will be saying Simon Ekpa have hijacked the IPOB Finland. Now I want you all to watch this. One moment. All right, here we go. I want you to all listen to how this whole thing started. The coordinator told him that there are shortage of money and they have made the investigation. I want everybody to watch. IPOB meeting. And those who may feel those who may feel offended for being in the video, you know we are in country of law. You know this is Finland. If you feel that you are not happy for this video, it has become necessary for me to play the video. So if you feel offended for coming out of the video, do not use it as a, do not get offense. It is necessary. It has become imperative to clear the air, and you know we are in Finland. So if you are not happy and you feel you want to do anything, you can go ahead and do that. Thank you. You hear him? He is claiming that the church we are paying 120, but the actual amount is 130. And he also claimed that the person did not pay after February, but he collected the money from February till October. Here's the money. He is telling you the reason not the money. And in our money, the first month, second month, third month, it's in our account. And those months that he's collecting this money or was collecting this money, IPOB was paying the rent completely from their purse. But he's collecting half of it, he's putting in his pocket, and nobody have knowledge about it. take cash. I see how we take the cash or collect it. Bring the money you collected from the people that are renting the apartment, they are renting the hall. He said he don't have cash. Okay, pay the money from your account now. He don't have it. He have sent it to Nigeria. He have used it to do things he's doing. Okay, you collected rent. Bring the money. The first month, the second month, the third month, you are collecting the money, you put it into your pocket, and you didn't tell nobody. Now the information has leaked, and now bring the money in the meeting. He said he don't have the cash. What of your account? We don't use cash in Finland. We use a bank transfer. So why don't you have the money in your account? This is the people that the DOS are shielding in Finland, using IPOB money for their own self. Why ESN? Why Simon Ekpa will not sleep trying to respond for ESN? This guy was collecting money. And as he was collecting the money, IPOB was paying the money to the people that rented the apartment. Not only that, he now used Biafra Republic. I want you to underline the word Biafra Republic. Where do you have Biafra Republic? Biafra Republic, a country, Finland, collecting a place as a non-profit organization, and when the people of Finland, the IPOB members, genuine IPOB members in Finland, went and present these evidences to DOS, to Mazi, to Abanyem. Abanyem was only concerned. Why do you have to expose him in front of Simon Ekpa? The only concern was, why do you people have to expose him in front of Simon Ekpa, his enemy? Abanyem said that you people know that Simon Ekpa is his enemy. Why do you have to expose him in front of Simon Ekpa? Have you seen why the DOS is worse than Nigeria state? Do you think Mazi will condone that? Do you think Mazi will tell you, why do you allow Simon Ekpa to stay there while you expose a criminal who have embezzled the money and is ready to crash the IPOB? But we have revived it. This guy have chased everybody that dare to come close to IPOB in Finland. And the Albanian, European rep, the people who worked themselves up to bring all these evidences and bring sanity. Albanian told them, but why do you have to expose him in the presence of Simon Ekpa? Don't you know that Simon Ekpa is his enemy? Anyway, you cannot tell us what to do. Albanian told Finland people that you cannot tell us what to do, who to sack and who not to sack. When somebody have committed a crime of expelling the person in IPOB, not just removing him from a coordinatorship, I told them that you shouldn't have done that in front of Simon Ekpa. Instead of treating the crime person committed. No. But Nelly Ofebu was sacked. Madam Oyibo was expelled. Of course, we don't regard them as expelling. That is why I will continue to work with them, because I don't believe that expelling. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. That is why Madam Oyibo will continue to be in charge of the money for ESM, because that is the directive of Mazi Namdekano. And every decision that comes after that is manipulated. Mazi Namdekano is not well briefed. Are you telling me that Mazi Namdekano will know about what I'm saying this evening and say, okay, well, we should cover the guy? Because Mazi Namdekano have expelled people already for embezzling money. Now, this one did not only embezzle money, he is only bringing chaos. This man called Chinasa implanted him to make sure that Simon Ekpa don't go close to the IPOB in Finland, so that they will not bring anything good in the absence of Mazi Namdekano. Because in the presence of Mazi Namdekano, I don't need them. I don't need the DOS. In the presence of Mazi Namdekano, I have never spoken to any DOS. I don't know who they are. But in his absence, we all needed to have worked together to make things happen. But they said no, because they are not genuine. The DOS members are not genuine. I must be sincere. They are more interested in selfish interests, in what they are protecting, what they are getting either directly or indirectly. Now, I want you all to watch. and listen to the people who have been going from one platform to another to cause an So, June. I want you to watch his reaction. Okay. Why did you declare financial issue? Are we having financial issue? Okay. Who told you that? When do you start explaining when you have financial issue? You want to pay you have financial issue. I want to pay you. Okay. Listen, watch your coordinator. You know how I make system. Of course, you make your point. Sit down. You make your point now. One more again, sit down. You see, last month, somebody called and told the coordinator there is no money in the account. While somebody who called himself a coordinator is having almost more than 1,000 euros of IPOB. And his intention was not to give the money to IPOB. His intention also was to liquidate the account of IPOB in Finland. And as I'm doing this thing now, somebody is commenting, Simon, you are a disappointment. And these are the people who want to leave Nigeria. When you ask questions, they tell you you are a sabo. It is not what Mazi does. Mazi cannot do that. In the absence of, when you ask questions, they call you a sabo. When you talk, they call you are this. And I am telling you today, the entire DOS, that is what they are, because the only one I have exonerated, even disappointed at the end of the day, which is their one. Abang told them, why do you have to expose him in front of Simon Ekpa? That Simon Ekpa is his enemy. Abang was more interested in why they made it like that, instead of, and then ended up telling them they cannot. So let us see how the IPOB in Finland will move forward while a criminal is in charge. It will be like that. They cannot come. Let us watch this video. Let us continue. Ihe mo ka na-eme ị na-akọlekt ego Biafra, ego IPOB na-etinye na ya pocket, a na-eme ihe mmụ. all these ones are the people. All these ones are the people. When him and all of them, about 2 or 3 guys here, are the one that Chinasa are using to destroy IPU. Every crisis happening today is coming from Finland. From the information this particular person is standing now, which also collected money to buy a plot for IPUB. That plot is not, he didn't provide it today. I'm coming to him. I'm waiting for him to make comment anyway, and then I will address him. So few people here, you see on this hall, few people are the one that are feeding the DOS with all manner of lies against Simon Ekpa. And those lies is what they have used to destroy and divide IPOB and bring chaos that is happening today. Because of lies that they deliberately cooking against Simon Ekpa. Because of that, Simon Ekpa, they have sacked a lot of people in America, in Italy, in Europe, in Canada, in the United Kingdom. Because of Simon Ekpa. And the information is being generated by the people Chinasa planted in Finland, which are not more than 3%. Okay? So, we are going to address, and then after addressing this thing today, Biafrans will be the one to judge. And I want them to come and say what I'm doing or what I'm saying are all lies. The coordinator is still there. He has not been sacked. And he cannot be sacked because Chinasa Moru come from his place. And they are the same. Chinasa Moru planted him. And all the people, including what is his name? Raphael Ajare also. Raphael Ajare was suspended for ordinary appearing in women's live broadcast. He was sacked. He was suspended. But here, so what you see now is that when they tell you why should Simon Ekpa broadcast for Radio Biafra, handing over the code of his platform, which is their own code of conduct. That we cannot do that. We are not Nigeria. We are not Nigeria that we give people special preferences. Have you seen it? Somebody have committed crime and they are not interested in it. The same thing that made Nelly to do and go out with evidences to that. The same thing that made Madam Oyibo a different decision. The same reason that have compelled every person that is genuine to begin to question the attitude, the decision, and the genuinity of the people in the US. The same attitude. Covering the person they know when he commits crime. And expelling the people who want to agitate and criticize the criminal activities of the people in the leadership. Once you come and say, question somebody for committing crime, they sack you. First of all, watch you whether you are serious. That is the same thing the Darlington is doing. And that is why I asked the Darlington, because I have spoken with him a couple of times. That is why I asked Darlington, why are you now attacking Simon Ekpa? Have we remitted the money? Have the problem that made you, because Darlington actually started this whole thing, exposing the expose and all that. So the question you people should be asking him, has that problem that made him to come online to shout, have that been solved? That thing that he was agitating for, has the DOS solved it? The answer is no. But now he has turned around because they have threatened him to cut his recharge card. And he's now attacking Simon Ekpa. So if DOS is worse than Nigerian politicians, why should you not say it? Why are you not supporting Mazi by making sure that Mazi have credible people that can actually make him to get us Biafra? The attitude of these people, Biafra can never come. The people in the US, Biafra can never come because when Mazi make 10 steps, they draw him back with 20 steps. That's been happening. And he was crying. I need 100 men. I need men. I need 100 men. While you claim you have 300 people in the US, and he was waiting for only 100 men. Because he knows. What we have is Mejahiro Kundea. Mejahiro Kundea is what we have. I want you people to listen to the impunity. Anybody that come here to say anything, do not allow them to distract us. We are focused. They say whether he's collecting the money in bulk or he's collecting the money every month. He says he's collecting the money every month. They ask him, why then are you keeping the money? Collect the first month, second month, fourth month, third month, fourth month. And he asked them, why can't he keep the money? Now we are going to, the question is, why do you keep the money till now? Why do you keep the money till now? Are you the treasurer? Now we are going to the next video, and somebody is telling me I can't enter leadership from the back door. I don't care about leadership. What I have come is to join Biafra struggle to get Biafra, and that's it. I am not interested in whatever anybody is talking about. I'm not interested in your leadership or whatever. Right, let's continue the video. He's holding the money. While IPOB is paying 300 euros every month. He's holding the money. He collects part of the money, he hold it. And at the same time, IPOB use money that they don't have to pay. Do you understand what I'm saying? He collects part of the money, 130 euros. He lied, he was collecting to 120 euros. He collected from February to October. He lied, he was collecting from June. Now, when he collects the money, he put it in his pocket, and IPOB pay the full rent. That is what is going. Is arguing with them. This is not how to do IPO. So that is what Chinasa and the DOS want to continue to happen in Finland. And the people of Finland have won them. Because we have been able to unite everybody. As I'm talking to you, even Clement has taken oath, who was a very die-hard IPOB from the beginning, even before the oath taking came to place. But when this new organized a meeting with Agbanyi, they said if this Antonio Bassi, this criminal, is not in the meeting, that the meeting cannot hold. Do you understand? Chinasa instructed Agbanyi that if this coordinator, this criminal, is not in the meeting, that the meeting will not hold. So what they want to do now is that they are telling you that they are supporting criminals, those who are upon all the suffer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, while they are expelling people who Mazi Nnamdi Kanu trusted before his abduction.
leader, just answer the question. Don't put anger on me. Just answer the question. Any question that comes, leader answer the question, whether it's bad or good. That next person, leadership, because this is your issue. Are we going to put that?
If I have you carry woman Chika, I don't know. You carry woman Chika, you can't find people. You can't Chika, what if I have you?
Don't go there. You are not doing
transparency is an option. There's no thinking about this. You regulated the government before the house.
I already got this.
Answer my question. Yes, it's a direct question. Do you have anything at you with president? Do you have anything?
He never wrote agreement with the church people. He denied he never wrote agreement. I didn't know that they have already collected the agreement, which I already showed you on the screen. Now, watch him lying that he didn't write agreement. Now, what he do is when they pay him money, he write it down. Now, where is the paper where he have written down the money they paid him? He don't have the paper.
These people need to this month to support our soul.
So there's no form of
there's no more contract.
Okay, you see, there is no contract. He just lied here, there is no contract, and he didn't know that they have contract.
Allow him to clear.
Don't be for what you got before. We change this. You know what?
Look, coordinator. This is somebody wants me to come and have meeting.
I'm a man. That's how I'm going to where he's the past. I know that the Biafra. Everybody has to listen to the
Then when the Biafra, you need the agreement in Africa. Who told you that you can write? You have the right to use Biafra Republic to write an agreement in Finland.
The way I'm a war. So no agreement of any kind. No agreement that is not necessary. I'm here, I'm not sure for that. I mean, I this for this many years. I'm the one that said that you have come back to work and you will give us a place. That's why I see a place to stay. You have to understand this.
Yes. So I brought to this thing. You will not tell me that Chika will
This is the coordination. This is the coordinator. Chinasa coordinator. And the DOS coordinator. He's so angry because he has been busted. Look at When he got to Radio Biafra, he got to one transparency should be avoided. There is no sentiment. So how can you expect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to move forward with people like this? How? How? Can the energy the people have put in Finland to make things to work out? How can Mazi Nnamdi Kanu move forward? And this whole thing is happening in the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. While he is in DSS dungeon, in charge of power in order and our council.
Of course. I mean, when you do this
He want to leave. The boss told him, if you leave here, he want to leave. He want to leave the hall. They told him, you are not going anywhere. You sit here. These are the people that the DOS put in Finland to make sure IPOB under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Finland did not succeed. And why I am making this broadcast and showing these videos is that to tell you that the same thing happening in Finland here is happening in some places as well. Know how your area going on in your own unit. I don't know how the DOS, whether they have succeeded in implanting criminals, in some of places where you are. I don't know whether they have implanted those who are fighting against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as coordinators. I don't know where they have. I don't know whether they have succeeded in putting those who are fighting indirectly against the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in your place where you are. Because when you hear of protest, do you see that they have no protest is going on about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Okay, the people that were even organizing protests were even people outside IPOB. One Igbo Congress were organizing protests for IPOB. Chinasa and Chika Edoziem don't want to associate with them. They invited them to support the protest for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Chika Edoziem and Chinasa bashed them. That I know that IPOB is called a terrorist organization. We don't want to associate ourselves with you so that it will not bring problem to you and all that. That is why nobody is protesting anywhere. So I want you to check those who are genuine. You can see American women, they travel all the way from America. Some of them took vaccine. They never wanted to take vaccine. Some of them took vaccine against their own will, against their own wish, just to travel to London, to United Kingdom, to protest for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do you see any protest anywhere? Do you see anybody protesting again? Everything is dead. Everything is dead. So I want you to check your unit. Unit change coordinator. Have your coordinator changed? Have the coordinator that they are bringing to your unit, because they are changing coordinators now. So the coordinator they are changing to your unit, saying that will work for the interests of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or those that will work against his interest. Everybody to check about this, what I'm just saying. Now, check your coordinator, check your unit. Have they changed the coordinator, and will that coordinator be the kind of person that will work against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in his absence? A lot of people should know the difference between working against and working for. Coordinator that will work for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be ready to do anything in his absence.
You said that you didn't have anything agreement, right? Yes. There's evidence to this that you wrote written agreements. And for that.
How? Okay.
And if you read it to the house, there should be transparency.
Now they brought the agreement. They brought the agreement. He denied he did not write. He said he didn't write agreement. Now they provided agreement.
To talk now.
When this office was rented, 3 people were assigned to this office. When this office was rented, 3 people were assigned. Myself, the vice president of them. And I want to say here, it's really that Coordinator has no right to rent this place to any person without our involvement.
Okay.
Now, he said he didn't have anything to do. This is different. This has anything to do.
Allow him to read. Allow her to read.
Somebody said, I shouldn't be part of problem, I should be part of solution. My brother, I want you to listen to Mazi Namdekano. Mazi Namdekano say, we don't treat, we cut off. You know how long we have followed Mazi Namdekano? Mazi Namdekano don't treat. We cut off the wound. That is the word of Mazi Namdekano. Then we don't treat. We cut off the wound. So when you tell me I shouldn't be part of the problem, I should be part of the solution, my brother, this is the solution. The solution is when the evil people leave IPOB, we will be ready for Biafra. You can't have people who are only interested in money and you think we are going to have Biafra or see Mazi Namdekano free. The DOS you see today has actually proven to the Nigerian government, take Mazi Namdekano, the Biafra struggle is dead. That's what they have done. And they are doing it on purpose. DOS today have proven to Nigerian government that if you arrest Mazi Namdekano, the Biafra struggle is dead. If you don't know that, know it now. The DOS have done on purpose. But we are going to prove the Nigerian government. When they take Mazi Namdekano, that's the beginning of Biafra. We are going to prove to them that the abduction of Mazi Namdekano is the beginning of Biafra struggle. DOS is proving to them that the abduction of Mazi Namdekano is the end of Biafra agitation. We are going to prove to them, the Biafra people, those that Mazi Namdekano have tutored very well, we prove to them that the arrest and abduction of Mazi Namdekano will be the beginning of Biafra. I want this particular quote to go viral. That as the DOS, we are busy proving to Nigerian government that the abduction of Mazi Namdekano is the end of Biafra. We, the Biafra people, we, the disciples, and those who believe and have learned from Mazi Namdekano, we prove to them that the abduction and the extraordinary return of Mazi Namdekano will be the beginning, not just the end. I am just telling you people, I'm just opening small can. What you see me doing today is to open small can. You see, when Nelly Ofebu came out to say, I've rejected DOS. Biafra has done this. DOS is this, DOS is that. You don't know what you have seen. Because you are not in the movement. You don't know what Nelly Ofebu and co have seen in the DOS. So when they come to begin to make all those comments, never understand it. Maybe after today, you will understand why people who are genuine in the struggle, who come with their mind and their blood and everything, thinking that it is to support Mazi Namdekano, can never, ever regard the people in the US. Never. We want the structure. The structure is good. But not with corrupt people. Not with people who are shielding their own person, corruption, nepotism, and all that, worse than Nigerian government. Now, look at the mess going on here. Is still national coordinator in Finland. They don't care. That is why I'm asking questions. Those of you in other places, check your place where you are. Have the coordinator deviated? Are they deviating? Are doing something contrary to what Mazi and Bikana have taught them? Check yourself. Check your unit. Whether anything have changed. Even some of them have given order not to share Simon Ekpa video to their program, to their platform. They said, do not share Simon Ekpa to the platform, but they are posting Fulanis. Posting Boko Haram pictures and videos. They are posting Janjaweed. They are posting governors. They are posting DSS. They are posting for all these people they are fighting against, but not Simon Ekpa. If you post Simon Ekpa, the house is divided. Everybody is fighting. Why do you post Simon Ekpa here? We have warned you not to post Simon Ekpa. We have warned you not. But they are posting every other thing that they are against. They are posting every bad thing, but not Simon Ekpa. Have you asked yourself why? Because they don't want you to hear the truth. To you, the only reason why they restrict you sharing Simon Ekpa video is so that you will not hear and watch the truth. Because it torments them. My name alone, my video, and what comes out of my torment them. They don't want to hear the truth. Because if they dare hear me, some of them will be converted, and some of them can never sleep well for days.
There is no need. Audio.
Right. Biafra Republic. This is the man who go and blackmail me on all platforms. Calling Radio Biafra.
I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter.
Don't worry.
You have seen it today.
Don't worry. All I got was 3 minutes. That's why I do the plan now. I'm not making the video.
You have seen it today online, and I will play it in the sense that all of them have gone to Radio Biafra, to platform, to blackmail me and call me all sort of names. So, as a rejoinder, you are watching the video. And like I said from the beginning, those of you who may feel disturbed by the video, it is something in a law, in a law, we are not in a lawless country. We are in Finland. So if you feel disturbed, you can take action. We are all here. But let me tell you, the action will not lead anywhere, because what I'm doing now has become very, very imperative to clear my image. But it doesn't in any way disturb you for sharing the video. But again, you all have watched them from one platform to another. Ekpa and as the Chinasa and the DOS are supporting them, pushing them to go out and support for Ekpa. And somebody who is still asking whether I have taken oath I took oath under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The Kanu supervised my oath. I'm saying it again. I don't know how many times I have said it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu supervised my oath. And you know what supervising oath means? What supervising oath means is that his impute was there. He was present there when the oath was administered to me. He was there in the vicinity. He knows the content of my oath. Supervised it. So, and I'm saying it again, I don't know whether this is going to be the last time. So for those asking about my oath, I'm making it clear that he supervised Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It does not matter who administered the oath and who did not administer the oath, he supervised my oath. And when they tell you that I took oath to interview Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I asked them, am I the only Biafrans? Am I the only Biafran that have interviewed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? What about other people? Did they take oath? The oath I took was not to interview. The oath I took was to become full member of IPOB. And I took that oath to become a member, not to become oath member, because I'm a member of IPOB. I did not take oath to interview Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So anybody that tells you that, it is one of the lies that I'm actually addressing today. It was one of the blackmail that Chinasa and DOS and co are actually spreading on social media. And it is part of the thing I am addressing today. But look at the people who took oath. This is the coordinator who was shouting about Simon Ekpa coming to take oath. This is IPOB. From a criminal collecting the money, and then when they want to talk, they say, I am oath member. I have taken oath. If I sabotage, let the oath deal with me. Now, if you collected money that is meant for IPOB and without intention of bringing the money out, is that not a sabotage? Will the oath not work against you? Now the oath is already working against them. That is why Biafra is deserting and leaving them. All those ones are still shouting DOS. It is because of this thing they are getting. And if you love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, let me tell you, if you love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you can't support evil. Support evil. Where you can love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and support evil. The office of DOS is there. It's a structure. Nobody is going to destroy it. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out, he has done it before. He has sacked so many DOS members. If you think that to protect corrupt people is the way to serve Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or the way to support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are lying. You are lying to yourself. You are destroying Biafra already, even when the country didn't come. If you don't Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you must stand by the truth. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu needs you to change things in IPOB. After your support, he can't go forward. Change it. Remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu needed this because there were no other people, to do what they are doing there. So he needed them. But that does not mean that as the struggle go, as we move forward and we are progressing in this struggle, when good people who will fight for the truth come, you say no, they must change and begin to support evil. When people who want to tell the truth and who want to stand by the truth come, you say no, you must support the evil people in DOS. You must support the corrupt DOS in order to please Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You are actually delaying the Biafra struggle Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu needs to know who are the 100 people. How to identify 100 people is somebody who come and say, this is truth, I am supporting the truth, irrespective of whether everybody is against me. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out, he will look at you. He will say, upon all these things that happen, this guy stands on the truth. And he check that everything that this guy stands on is truth. Actually, whether the thing is real, whether the thing is just true, or he's just making them up. Once he find out that what this guy have done is standing on the truth, irrespective of the attack, he count the person as one of the 100. You can never be one of the 100 people when you come and they tell you, you must support DOSO because they are the people Mazi Nnamdi Kanu put in place. While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was still asking for 100 people, DOS was there. So if you come and you prove to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that irrespective of anything, you will stand by the truth. You as one of the 100. So if after defending the truth and standing by the truth, and they go and convince Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to fight me, I will still sit down and watch him because I know at the end of the day, the truth will come out. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can never see that what I said is truth and he will come and kick against me. He can never do that because I believe that that was the reason of looking for men who will stand by the truth. The 100 men is not 100 men that will carry AK-47. Okay? But the 100 men that will make the foundation of IPOB to be strong and solid. Now the foundation is strong, but we have corrupt people in charge of the administrative day-to-day affair of IPOB. And once you have people corrupt people in IPOB, it can never move forward. The only thing they do is to cover one another, cover other. When a decision that should move the movement forward, they will sabotage it once it goes against one of them who they have covered for one crime or the other. So my people, for you to make headway in this struggle and for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you must stand by the truth, irrespective of who else is God. Stand by the truth. Because we believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a man of truth. And IPOB, they say we are whiter and whiter than white. I don't know whether what you are watching here today from this thing that you say whiter than white. And this is a representative of the DOS in Finland. This is man, a replica, the mirror of the DOS. Why I'm playing this video today is for you to see who DOS are, because the DOS are supporting him. DOS say they don't have problem with his crime. The only problem they have is that he was exposed in the front and the presence of Simon Ekpa. So as you see this thing going on here, that is they represent. They don't represent the ideology of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which is started by the truth. Now let us continue. It's going to end very soon.
As a good leadership from my office, I think it's right to tell our people this. I have to consult our sister. I'm trying my best to get us a place. My intention is trying to make a place for us to have a good meetings for people. No other organization here have ever done that. Even if they're supposed to say they don't have that. Now, my office we did it, and so far, they can have many of you. I went there. All one more. Send me. When I do that, I didn't have to do something everyone. How did they grab I can actually someone and give up. But we did the guy I come with our own energy. Now, let's do this. I will just think you know what you can do to help Biafra. Yeah, you need to figure out if they have enough. On say you propose to everyone, what is it? We don't support people. But when you do it, you do results. Then they want to use this idea and everything happening like you must know. But when we see it happening for our betterment, now, everything is good with good mind. Now, become a victim now. Now, okay. Now, even this idea we are talking about, I said, what benefit our money. I'm a different man. Yeah, but you put me for nothing. I don't have interest.
Okay, you don't have interest. Bring the money you are collecting every month.
I came from a very environment village. I come from Ekpa. I want to say I'm something in the most day. I think I'm not going to go. That is very good by this day. Because you see what I did before. My police are already in the phone. That's not why. This board are very money. We don't hide anything here. When I get here, I need to complete. Believe me. I've already here. See how much. Where I want to do before. When I increase it to 150, when I do the next of the country. Why am I doing that? Just to compare our own generation. Now, why did you one thing I want you to say, they are getting some money now. Now, since you don't get cash, I have some cash. And I can. When I get them, okay, you will have to get them. No, it's still not going to be one money. It's only a second.
Now, sometimes all these things are happening. God will be positioning some people to be at the very right time, at a very particular time. And I want to play a video of, in case if you don't know what I'm doing, and thank you very much, Livinius, for this. If you don't know what corruption does, why we are shouting to leave Nigeria, I want you to watch this particular video. The reason why the entire DOS must be overhauled and all the people they sacked and expelled from IPOB recalled back. They were unjustly expelled out of for them to enable them to cover their corrupt and criminal tendencies. I want you to watch what corruption does to the society. Watch this.
Is a vile disease. Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the hell out of something beautiful. Corruption is an evil moral infection that keeps community in a state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well-person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is grabbed into the greedy, grubby hands of those who get fat on the toil and labor of good people. Corruption benefits only temporarily those who participate in it. Everyone else is a victim of the theft, the deceit, the dishonesty, and the lies that corruption feeds on. You need to know that a corrupt person is stealing from you. Corruption is filthy work and despicable acts of treachery done under the table and behind closed doors. Corruption is a disgusting shame. Corruption keeps a nation back from development and from progress. Wise investors steer clear of a corrupt environment. They would rather put their resources into a place where the playing field of opportunity is equal for all and not bent towards feeding the financial lust of corrupt, lying, cheating, thieving politicians and government officials. How many wonderful development projects have been lost because the investors didn't want to do business in a swamp of evil? When those great projects go to another nation or to some other place, we all lose. Believe me when I tell you, that corruption steals from you, it steals from all of us. Corruption plunders the nation's wealth. Corrupt people compromise on truth, equity, and fairness, choosing instead to feed off the short-term benefits of crookedness, exploitation, and financial perversion. Corruption is not just a personal matter. It's a way of life, not just for individual people, but for companies, communities, governments, and nations. Corrupt nations, hiding behind large companies, will seek to invest in other weak nations in order to take over the assets of the nation that they've invested into. They will provide financial loans to a nation for the much-needed infrastructure, and they will do it with assets that they provide. They will sign contracts by lining the pockets of rotten government officials who provide kind of corruption, and are then held hostage by their own deceit and greed. Corruption is nothing less than a form of theft and national robbery. A corrupt person steals from everyone in society.
A corrupt person steals from everyone in society. Having spent almost this particular program, even though there is a lot I wanted to say and do, but because I've invested a lot of time, the problem here is the current corruption in IPOB DOS is very difficult. They have shown how corrupt they are, and you just watch what corruption can do to the society. And I am calling on all Biafrans, both the sacked and the unsacked one, those who are genuine, to never, no matter what. Don't say because you have been expelled, for that reason you abandon Biafra. No. You have been expelled in the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't know what have transpired. Every expel, every suspension you see in IPOB today is manipulated by the corrupt people. And if you allow corruption to thrive in this movement, we will never get Biafra. Let me say it again. Without Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it will be very difficult. Say again, know the day Biafra will come. It doesn't need all these corrupt people like you all know. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said he need only 100 men. Where can we get 100 men? Who will stop it? And tell the people that are sold Mazi Nnamdi, selling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and selling Biafra struggle does not mean you collected money from anybody. There are different ways to compromise movement for freedom. You can compromise by collecting money. You can compromise out of envy. You can compromise out of jealousy. For example, most of Simon Ekpa in Finland supported corruption in Finland. Somebody took money from IPOB, running IPOB like a criminal movement in Finland, and people find out because of envy of Simon Ekpa, they are the person. Because of envy, see for Simon Ekpa, they are sacking people, just thinking that after they sack those people, Simon Ekpa will not talk again. That's not people that we're giving them advice. His tail must be cut. Cut his tail. Some of you don't know what cutting tail means. Cutting tail means that to cut everybody, every high-rank officer of IPOB, anything to do with Simon Ekpa. Cut the person, sack the person. That is what they mean by cutting tails. Madam Oyibo have done nothing. Madam Oyibo only demanded for transparency, accountability. Nelly Ofebu demanded the same thing, the sack her. And like I said, The first directive from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were all spiritual directive. You have watched what corruption can do. I remain myself. We will stay and talk the truth, and the truth will always. Today, I want every Biafran to think about what you have heard here. You see the people are ready to prove to Nigeria government that when they arrest Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and abducted him and extraordinarily renditioned him, they will end Biafra agitation. The DOS have done that. We are going to prove to them that arresting him, kidnapping him, extraordinary rendition him will not end Biafra struggle. Rather, it will be the beginning of Biafra. It will be the beginning. We are going to fight till Biafra come. We are going to fight till Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released. And again, I told you from the beginning. For those who did not watch this in the beginning, again, I will give them a topic. I am the dragon. Let them bring those their men in Finland, because they told me they have men in Finland who gave them information. So I am waiting for them. And after a few months, if they did not come to give you the update of what they have done, will be on them. But for Biafrans to move forward, for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu extraordinary edition to be fought till the last dot, we must engage on those that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wished get involved in his case. Nnamdi Kanu single-handedly want Professor Lumumba to get involved in his case against Kenya government. Only him. They want Professor Lumumba. For those who don't want him out, want Professor Lumumba to get involved. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave directive before those evil people in IPOB begin to change it. All those directives that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave, from the beginning, we must go and revisit them. It is the only way the leadership, if they want to get relevant again, is the only way to get relevant in the Biafra struggle, is that they must go back the directive Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave from the beginning. That, believe me, the spirit of Biafra have risen. You are going to see it from today. The last time I will address them. From now on, I will be facing the struggle and doing the exposition, and things will begin to happen. It will be the last time I will address the DOS. God bless all of you. Bless Biafra. Bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. God bless everybody that have paid ultimate price for Biafra struggle. All of you. And always remember that our leader need 100 men, not members of DOS. Need members of DOS. We need just 100 men. And we don't need corruption in Biafra. If it is about corruption, I will quit. I can't be fighting to leave corrupt Nigeria and start building another corrupt and cabal movement. Good night.
Les fêtes, ça se passe chez Auchan, enseigne préférée pour la fraîcheur du poisson en hypermarché. Avec du 15 au 24 décembre, le plateau de fruits de mer le récif Tonto à seulement 11,50 € la part. Auchan, avec plaisir.